Well, good evening to you all today. I'm Kim from Simply Fairies, and I'm a Stampin' Up independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, I should say. The heat here is ginormous, and I can't get my head together. Anyway, I'm over here on YouTube only tonight. I have been missing in action, and I'm sorry about that. Life just got in the way, unfortunately. But someone tried to hack my Facebook page this morning, and they were caught. And so I had to change all passwords, but I can't seem to get on my laptop, so I can't seem to stream my StreamYard into the two places. So I have to sort that out. I don't know what's going on, but there you go. So just a minute ago, I was talking to one person, and now I'm talking to nobody. That's just about how my day is rolling today. So I don't know whether to hang on and get started. We're 2 minutes in now and nobody's here. Maybe I might come away, disconnect and start again. But anyway, those that do come on, this is what we're going to be making. Hello, Susan. It's really weird. My thing's saying nobody is watching. I'm talking to myself. Where are you from, Susan? Is it hot or cold where you are? I don't know if you can hear, but I've got the fan on across the other side of the room. It's a bit noisy for me, so I don't know how it is for yourself. If there's anybody else on, please do cancel that. I can't reload. Please do give me a shout, because otherwise it's just me and Susan from Wisconsin, and it's cold. Oh gosh. Do you know what? It's been cold for a very long time here, and just the last week or so, it's just gone a bit mental. But there you go. I can't see anybody else. Anybody else on? Oh, we'll just get started, Susan. Just me and you. Just me and you crafting. I'm just going to check on my phone, just in case there is anybody else there. It's on my channel. I'm going live. Oh, I've got two watching. Oh, that's probably me and you. The weather, 56 degrees. Did you say here? Let's have a look. 56 degrees. Well, that's really extremely hot over here. 56 degrees. Is it Fahrenheit? Let's have a look. Let me check my weather app. That is so good. Yeah, we've got. It's now 21. It was 26. So that would be probably about 75, 80, I think. Hello, Bridget. How are you? Me and Susan just having a chat about the weather. But we're going to get started, because otherwise we'll be here all night. We're going to make this. Hopefully, it's a little bit blurry on my screen. So hopefully it's not so blurry on yours. But this is one I did for the Global Design Challenge, and it was a sketch. That's why it's a bit wonky. It was a wonky sketch. So you'll see it on my Facebook page, on my Instagram, on my blog as well, simplyfairies.co.uk. And I am Simply Fairies _ Kim Fee on Instagram. So what I've done, I have been naughty. I've been using my hashtag stash, my retired stash, because I do love soft succulent. So I've used soft succulent Pool Party, Soft Succulent and Basic White. And what I've done with the layer, the basic white layer, is I've used one of these ones, the crisscross one's really nice. So I've used, let's see if you can see that, I've used that on there just to give it a little bit more texture. Hello Jackie, come and join me, Susan and Bridget. We're talking about the weather and how hot it is here and how cold it is in Wisconsin. Am I saying that right? Wisconsin. That's a tongue tire for me. Anyway, so what I did is I cut some daisies from the Cheerful Daisy bundle, dies really. I've used the dies more than I have actually the stamp set, because I really like the dies. I think they're standalone. So if you don't like the stamp set, I would recommend the dies because they really are pretty. I've done a fair bit with the dies. So if any of my cards are here, I might have sent some out actually. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some Pool Party ink pad. You don't need ink refill, and with an ink refill is stronger, the colour is stronger. So with a pad swiped onto a clear block or anything that's shinified, that's a new word, shinified, it will come out lighter, so then you can add more. Whereas with ink refill, you really got to put a lot of water in it and really sort of whooshy it down. So let's get started and colour those in. Oh, there we go. So I'm just squashing quite hard really, because I've been using this quite a lot, onto my block. I'm going to shut this because it is mega hot up here. Get my little water pot out and drop the lid on the floor. It can stay there. And you know, today I've treated myself to some look at these brushes. I do like the stiff brushes. I've got them from Hobbycraft. Got loads of them. I shouldn't be saying this, but you know how pretty they are. Loads of. I wanted a big fat one to wash over water. Sometimes the nibs on our ones, the Stampin' Up ones, are very thin. Anyway, we're going to. I wonder if you can. If I slant it that way, you'll be able to still see. And because it's thick watercolor colour, I'm just going to add. We'll be here all day, so I'm going to take this fat thing. I'm just going to add some water over. Then let's pop in there. Then we'll take, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to fully cover it. I'm just going to go around the edges and then drag up with, once it's dried, drag up. So a little bit of water, dab it off on my hand because I've got no tissue, very unprepared today. And I'm just going to, you know, like how I do my Stampin' Blend colouring, little swishy motions. Sort of round, because we're putting down the first layer. We're not we don't want to be too dark. If you find yourself too dark, just wish over a little bit of water, because some watercolor card like the Fluid 100, it's quite thick, so it can take it. And then just wish it around on there. And then do the same with these petals. Shall I come down a little bit more? There we go. I know, Carol, hello. I'm having trouble. Somebody tried to hack me from Brazil this morning, and Facebook caught them. And so I had to it wouldn't let me log on till I changed all my password. And of course, you know, like you get in a panic, and it was in the morning, and I was like, no one's getting on it. I can't get no one on it. And so I changed the password, and it just changed it on my phone. I should have just come upstairs to the laptop and done it. But I didn't have time. And now I've come on with my StreamYard, and it won't let me in. It just keeps saying maintenance. So I'm going to have to change my password again. Okay, I'm going to let that lie and dry. She says as she goes back over it, to just pull out that colour. Pull out that colour there. And then I'm going to go and do the same thing with the soft succulent. Now, I suppose really you could use at this point, I think Pretty Peacock would be a similar colour. But you know what? If you've bought soft succulent, why not use it? I'm going to continue using my stash. Yes, you can buy from me. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, but we don't have to buy and use all new stuff, because, you know, we've inspired people to use stuff from the mini catalogue and the old annual catalogue. Lots of it's carried over, and, you know, we've had a colour change, but, you know, we like we like certain colours, and why not use them? You can, if you don't have that colour, you can always mix colours together to get a certain colour if you really like it. So this is soft succulent. I'm going to bring in this one actually, because this one's all dangy. These are all sort of like offcuts that I had from a previous one, from my swaps, didn't I? I had them from my swaps. And no way I was going to chuck them away, because you can do like all around the edges of cards and things like that. So I've popped a bit of water on just to make them a little bit more fluidy. That's what I didn't do with this, so that's come out slightly different. So let's just put a little bit more on. That's it. There we go. Hello, Cassandra. Lost Lagoon is very similar to soft succulent. Oh, that's good. I didn't think of Lost Lagoon. I was just thinking Pretty Peacock. Isn't it funny, eh? You get bits, but yeah. No, I like this colour. I was so choked when, you know, they kept some back, and not this one. Not Evening Evergreen either, and I really like Evening Evergreen. I shall continue to use. Okay, so now I'm going to leave those to dry a little bit. And you can see I haven't coloured them all in. I've left white bits, as you can see here. Oh, this is lighter, this is darker, because that's the second lot. But I've left white bits here, going around here. And these little things here, these little spriggy whatsits, they're from the inside of them. Let's have a look if you can see. So this one here, if I pull this up, you can see that's the inside. So don't throw them away. Bridget said the other day, why have you got all these little green things in your stamp set? I said, no, I need them. I need them. Right, that's got too much water on it, so I'm just going to swish that off on my side. And I'm praying to God I bought the inkers for this lot. I can't find them. I don't want to add water into my ink pad, just in case. So I'm going to pop that on there, and I'm going to come back to the pool party because I've still got quite a bit there, and then I'm just going to go over so like the edges in like a strokey motion. Twist it around. Don't sort of, if you think that it works, your stroke works better a certain way, sort of like going down rather than up, twist it around and take that off again. Too much water on there. Come back in. That's it. That one's a little bit stiff. Come back in and squish your pad. Because again, we don't want to use our re-inkers if we're using a retired colour, because we need that for our ink pad. So you might as well just squish your ink pad. Okay. This is too wet. And you just need little bits here and there. It's a very simple technique and anybody can do it. And I think the losing my words here. The technique really is what you want to just leave plenty of white, uncoloured parts. Can't think of the word. And don't forget, like, the ink dries lighter. Shall I come in a little bit more, do you think? Do you think you'll be okay? Can you see that? It's very light. It looks quite vivid from my view, but I'm mindful that perhaps you can't see it. And I'm just doing these. That's what I'm doing. You know, speckly, randomly. A bit more water. Take the water off. I don't know if this is a proper technique, or it's something I've made up because I like the way it looks. I don't know. I'm not a professional, but I like to colour, and I've done watercolouring for a long time, maybe 20 odd years or so. And you'll find your own way of colouring that you really like, that you're happy with. There's no wrong or right way. Some people love a bit of Monet. Myself, I think he looks a mess, but you know, he liked to paint like that, and his is worth millions. So there must be something in it. Dab that off. Go a little bit more. Okay, I don't know if I'm seeing all your comments, or you've all fallen asleep on me. Bring this one in. And you just do that. Just do that. Pretty. Lovely. left the middles. Sometimes they look nice with other colours in, but you know what? If you're just sticking to a colour theme, that I don't. If you put a brown in there, it just wouldn't go. I don't think. I think it's all about the colour coordination, isn't it? And we can have what colour we like on our flowers. Artistic license. So I'm just going to add a bit of water to pull out some of that darkness. And you can use like tissue to dab it up and soak it up. It'll take quite a lot of it away if you did that. I'm just gonna pop this water in my drawer because I feel I might knock it over. So now what I did next was I got a little pot of white, Winsor Newton ink white. This is what you get. You get it in the little craft shops, in the artsy crafts, anywhere that really sells watercolour paints and stuff from your art shops and things like that. And then I got a pen to flick. So sometimes I use a stamping blend and sometimes I use these. I think I possibly use this actually because it's quite dark, isn't it? And I think I use this, yeah. So I always have like or a grey. A grey would be nice. And sometimes I use grey granite because you want a little bit of speckle, but you don't want it too dark. Basic grey would be fine. Pebble Path would be fine. So I did some splattering with Pebble Path stamping blend, and I went a bit mad with the last lot, and I just put a little stick on it saying splatter, and I'll just buy another pack because I would have used it all anyway, wouldn't I? So let's have a look. I'm getting notifications from I hope people realise I'm over here. The tissue, wipe that bit down. Don't wear your best clothes when you're splattering because your splatter will go wherever it wants to go, not where you want it to go, basically. I'm going to pull that off of there because I might want that a different colour. I just want to splish splash. Just take the nib bit against that lid. There you go. Yes, it was. And just splattering away. Don't go too mad like I've just done. But it really does make a difference. Oh. Do you know what I've got? Dirty hand. I must have dirty hand because I've got green ink on there, look. Let's hope that gets covered up. Okay. So now I'm going to take my little pinch of tweezers and I'm going to poke that bit out. So when you're cutting it out in watercolour paper, you've really got to go through about 4 times, or go through it back, go forward, go back, go forward, go back, and then try and turn it upside down and then go again, and you can see where you've cut. Oh, hello, Linda. Linda says, oh no, I forgot you said you would be on here tonight. How am I? I'm a little bit stressified, if you ask me. It's like I've had a week of it, but never mind. It's the end of the week now, and I'll try and get it all sorted. And I have to ask my friend Catherine to help me, or Helen, little Helen Reid. I'm poking these things through very carefully because I did not do what I just suggested to do by cutting several times. And it's very hot here. I'm melting away. I'm melting away. It's that hot that there's not even any blue bottles about, I've noticed. They're too hot to come out and play. Thank God. I don't want to tear this because I want to send it to somebody. Oh, there we go. Cutting this out in, say, shimmery white, if you can get hold of it anymore. It wouldn't be so hard to get out. But if you bear in mind, I was cutting out about 27 of them. I got fed up in the end. I won't have as many sprigs as the other card because I didn't have one in there. And I might not have one in here either. This is really proving difficult. Fiddly little fellas. Oh, don't fall asleep. It will come out. It just isn't cut straight through. And that's what I say. It's a lovely effect on the watercolour card, and you really can't do this on your ordinary card, I have to say. It needs to be done on watercolour card, but watercolour card is like 4 times as thick as your normal stamping card. So just bear that in mind if you can. Hello, Ali. How are you? Ali's saying hello to all. I'm just having a little bit of a problem with this leaf. I'm pleased that you're all finding me over here. They are horrible things. Oh, 13 watching. See, I told you they would come. Thank you, Susan. See, Susan says this. I was saying, it's only me and you, Susan. No one's going to come. You won't know where I am. I'm going to miss Myrtle because I don't think Myrtle comes on YouTube. My lovely Myrtle. And Ali says she's good and she's relaxing after a hot day at work. Oh no, I do feel sorry for those that work at work. Now look at that, it's come out a bit weirdy, but never mind, we can work with it. I'm going to move these off of here and we can have a nice clean bit of paper. And I'm just going to remind people in case they look and think, oh, this is back in 2021. It's 2023. Little things, please, little minds. Right. So if we come back in, if we need to, we'll paint and a couple of others. but we can work with this for now. Okay, so I'll bring back in the card, and you can see it in all its glory on my blog and my Instagram, and yeah, is it on Facebook? I think it is on Facebook as well. Yeah, so it was a sketch that we done. I'm on the global design project team, and it's a sketch that we had, a Winky Wonky sketch. So to make that go wonky, I suggest that you pop it on. So you lay your card out. Let's come up a little bit more so you can see. And take no notice of the ink that I've just squished on there. I'm going to hide it in a minute, so it don't matter. Always keep the front bit quite square to the bottom, and then move this around and get it the way that you need to get it twisted, and then that's twisted, and then you kind of, and I cut these the same size. No, I haven't. Let me just cut this same size. I'll cut them 8 centimeters by 12. But that other bit I thought was, but obviously it's not. So, I'm just cutting 8 centimeters by 12, which is about 1 back from 4 3/4. By 3 1 2 3/8, I think, of an inch if you're working in inches in the States. That's it. So always have it the same size as your first mat, your main mat, because then you'll see it a bit better. And let's just make the placement here at the minute. Will I hide that? Yeah. So let's see if I can hide it if it's down this way. Will I hide that? No. Okay, so we'll keep it up that way. And I actually glued the soft succulent down, but the white piece is on sticky fixers. Sticky fixers. Just lay that there, and you're going to want to see the difference in the water that I've used. I've added more. Can't take it away now, I've splattered on it. So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals, otherwise known as sticky fixers. Just a big one there that fit there. No, it won't fit. Let's chop it a bit. Chop one. Cut that on there. Now I didn't have the leaves where the leaves are. I just pulled them off. Twist it. And then just use your finger to pull it down. That's it. So, you thought you heard a little meow then? Oh, that might be the ghost of Chuchi, because there ain't no little meows in here. I promise you. I promise. I'm just going to put it at an angle like that. And then those ones would just go underneath like that. And all I did was take a bit of wet glue and just on the back bit, just a little bit there. I don't want it anywhere else, just there, because what I want to have a little bit of flounce, texture, flounce, whatever you want to call it. Tuck them under. And so this is what you can do with all your little offcuts of flowers and things like that, you know, especially if you've got like a corner bit left. You could always add a corner bit to the side, and that you could always make something out of nothing, basically. And then these bits here, just a little bit of glue there. Now he's half missing, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to shove him under there so it don't look like he's half missing. You can't tell. Who will notice but us? A little bit of, just keep doing it, and it will come out, but just don't squeeze too hard with your wet glue. But just as it comes to the tip, then you can do it. Oh, a bit in the wrong way. I'm a bit cack-handed here. But that'll do. There. And then we want one down the bottom. Under there. I want another one. Let me just find my daisies, my cheaper daisies. Let's see if I've got any in there that are the right colour. Look, see, I've got loads of them in here, but they're all brown. Oh, that's a shame. But they're good for leaves, like twigs and stuff. Oh, what a shame. Let's see if we've got any more. We might have to just colour some. Some of them are missing. Well, that's a full one, so I don't want to touch that one. See what I mean? Like this. You could. Well, I'll have to make something. I think I'll make something with you. That's near enough a full one. I just have to pull it off of here, won't I? That'll do. Because if I put brown ones under there, we're not using brown, so the colour scheme, it would just not go. Do you see what I mean? If we had a little bit of brown in amongst it all, say here, then you could add the pebble path, that is not sort of brown. But it does need another one there. So I'm afraid, going to have to paint again. Bring that back in. This might be still wet, was it? No, that's dry. That's bone dry. That was wet. That's how hot it is up here. So I'm just going to dab a bit of wet. get a little bit more. Let's have a scribble of this. That's Evening Evergreen. But who cares? Who's going to notice? Need it to be darker actually. So take that off, squish that in. And then you can't really see, can you, what I'm doing, but I'm just doing this. It looks a mess, but it works. It just works somehow. Ah, please, God, let me get... See, that one hasn't cut properly there. That one. But that one has. So we'll just use that one. Look at that, that's come out. It's lovely. And it's still wet, so you just be careful. That's it. I'm just gonna pop a little bit more dark on there. Yes, love it. Love it, love it, love it. There you go. Perfecto. Perfecto mundo. Would you believe it's taken me longer to show you how to make this card than it actually did making the card, because I'd forgotten all about the challenge and I was like, oh no, there's not a lot of joining in this week. I better get something done. And it took me half an hour. I just grabbed all the stuff off my... That's why I'm doing daisies, because that's what's sitting on my desk. Empty daisies. That's it. Okay. So I'm just going to turn this over. I'm going to pop a multitude of dimensionals. Oh, thank you, Susan. This is so funny. I don't mean to be. I don't mean to be. You can see I talk to myself a lot, can't you? Because that's what it feels like. I'm talking to myself. I'm in a room all on my own, talking away to people on the screen. Right, hold on. That's it. So I'm laying it down. Then you layer that bit down there. I'm a bit too wonk, but don't matter. Then I'm gonna take quickly get it down before it all dries. And I'm trying to hide that squashed bit. And then twist it around so that you've got your soft succulent is more wonky than your white. I mean, your white's not going to be perfectly straight because you want it to be white. And do you know what I forgot to do before I did that? Was to do some splatter. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want it to go on my pool party. So I'm going to tuck this underneath. tuck that underneath. If you can't tuck it under the green, you can tuck it under the white because you've layered that bit up. So hide where you don't want the splats to go. There we go. And we're going to gently, because we don't want to make the flowers look like they've got black flour on them. Like my roses had until Agnes came round and did my gardening while I wasn't here. Lovely lady that she is. Right, I've used more stash. So this sentiment is from Many Messages. So I did I stamped them. And popped them in a bag. I didn't stamp half of them too well, to be honest with you. I got fed up with keep stamping and them not coming out. But like this one, not be strong. You've got this, but I mean, who would? That's like Morse code. Half of it's missing. Just a card to say hello. That one would be nice there, wouldn't it? That would have been better because it's bigger. I wonder if I've got another one of those in there. But the daisy, it does have sentiments. And that one would be nice. Wishing you the brightest birthday on to black card. And maybe I might do that. But not yet. So if I pop, I don't think I've got another one of those. Wishing you magical memories, whatever. Because I used it on another card that I'm yet to share, but I can't share it yet. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's your birthday. Hooray, it's your birthday. Right, so that one's better. But where I must have pushed too hard when I was stamping it, it's got like a white bit there. So I'm just going to get my scissors and I'm just going to try and scrape it off. It may or may not come off. If you do it really gently, and it's more or less come off. How cool is that? Okay, now we need just a little bit of linen thread. I'm sorry, folks, but there's linen thread again. And I want to do a dingly dangly. One. That dingly dangly at the bottom and not so at the top. Okay. So I've got a short towel and a long dingly dangly one. All right. Then I'm going to take a glue dot. A full fat one. We'll have a full fat one just to make sure it stays in place. I do like me a glue dot. Then we're going to squish. Then we're going to squish there. And then that one there. And we're going to want one, but we're going to want it quite close to that edge. So we just take that little, what's it when we cut there? Because we don't want it to come here because it's going to hang over. So we'll just pop it there. Oh, hi, Chris. Chris is watching from Greece. Hope you're having a lovely time. And just have that there. Now, if you want it to train down, but it don't want to stay down, you can get your glue, just get the tip of it like that and just lay it down and hold your finger there, dab a little bit, just keep running it, don't squish it, it's coming out, you don't know it is, but it is, and hold it in place there, and it will kind of stay a little bit. But you don't really want to stick it down too much, because you want it to be like textile, not textile, oh god, what the word, tactile, textile. Okay, so now we've got lots of lovely glittery gems in the catalogue. There's lots of them, lots of different ones, but I've still got some in colours, and I'm going to use them because the people that I'm sending to, oh, I didn't use the white. Oh, never mind, it won't matter, I didn't use the white. I'm going to send it to them because they don't mind, they like just prettiness, so prettiness is what they're getting. So we're going to get one there, we're going to do a big one up there. Oh no, I've nearly not got no more little ones. Ah, the last little one will have to go just there, just poking its head out there. So they look like little dewdrops. And there we have it. Look at that. Oh, that's Agnes, that she's there. So that's one card that's took me an hour to show you how to make, that I actually made the original in half an hour flat. Can't believe that. I think I chat too much. I'm saying to myself, why does it not look so sparkly? It's because I haven't Stellaed it. Stella wants to come to the party. That's it. A bit of Stella to the party. And Bob's your uncle. And there you go. Look at that. Well, your offcuts and your stash that you already have. Thank you very much, Susan. I'm glad you like it. Thank you very much. How pretty is that? Very nice. Anyway, folks, that's it for me today. Hope to be back next week. And I don't know what I will do next week. What will I do? I might do chickens. I might do them new funky chickens next week, because I've got some fab sweeties to go with them. So I think I will. I'll do them chicks. Them chicks. And there you go. Anyway, thank you, Linda. Thank you, Susan. It was fun hanging out with you as well. Bless. Thank you. that's it for me today. I'm now going to say hello to Agnes because she'll be sitting outside waiting to come in, and I'll be watering the garden. There she is again. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate you staying right to the end. If you could give me a thumbs up, that would be absolutely brilliant. YouTube likes it, and I don't mind those that don't like it. Give me a thumbs down because YouTube likes that too. So thank you, Jackie. I really appreciate it. Thank you. See you again soon. Thank you, Linda. Bye.